Let's get down to the turf, and these are the prices on the Victorian TAB for the first leg at Caulfield, and they're about to go. Mr. Elegant at $15, Ferret at $16, Cogitate $6, Temperate Pug now in from $5 to about $4.50. It's favourite and it's got my cash on it. Bourbon and Ice $6.50. Tomorrow $11. Manrebo is out. Ruffy's Ballamahal and Bowl Juggler. Fatherly Advice at $7. And Fitrian is out. Black Ninja $100s. Esquire Grey $7. Prince of Paradise $31. And Yokozuna $34. They're behind the barrier. Oh boy, I thought they were going to beat me off, but just having a bit of trouble with one there. Fatherly Advice. Looks as though they could give him a bit of advice as Ferret goes in ahead of him. I think they're just about all in now. Our caller at Caulfield today, as we've got one to go in, is Dan Malecki. Here's Dan.
Again. Welcome, wide world of sports. Cogitate, the last one to walk in, goes in now and they're set for a start. The favourite, number 4, Temperate Pug. Light is on. Racing now. A little bit slow to begin, Ballamahal and also Yokozuna, and the first out was Tomorrow from the inside. It leads Black Ninja, Mr. Elegant going up wide on the track, and then Prince of Paradise. Out deeper on the course was Esquire Grey, and Temperate Pug's about 5 wide for the moment as they go over the crossing. Bourbon and Ice gets to about 7th. Then Fatherly Advice and Cogitate. Well back Yokozuna, Ballamahal settling second last, and Ferret last of all. Down the side, about 800 metres to go, and Esquire Grey works to the lead. The former New Zealander, Esquire Grey, a length and a quarter in front. Mr. Elegant goes up on the outside of Tomorrow, who got away from the inside there, and Temperate Pug is still out very wide on the track. Black Ninja 5th, and then came Bowl Juggler, Prince of Paradise the Grey. Bourbon and Ice was handy today. One away then to Cogitate, and they were followed by Fatherly Advice, Yokozuna, Ferret, and Ballamahal last of all as they bunch up. At the 500 metres point, Esquire Grey, a narrow leader as they come to the turn from Temperate Pug. 2 lengths to Tomorrow. Then Mr. Elegant under pressure. Wider out Black Ninja. Bourbon and Ice still running on from Prince of Paradise. Cogitate, Bowl Juggler, Ferret, Fatherly Advice, and then Ballamahal, Yokozuna. Into the straight though. Esquire Grey wanting to drift away from the rails. Just the leader. Coming at them now. Bourbon and Ice with Temperate Pug. Mr. Elegant back to the inside. Temperate Pug being grabbed now by Bourbon and Ice and late Fatherly Advice, but Bourbon and Ice took the lead and kicked away, and Bourbon and Ice draws clear to win by a length to Fatherly Advice. Third Temperate Pug, and then came Ferret, an eye-catching run. Mr. Elegant next from Prince of Paradise and Bowl Juggler, Ballamahal. Esquire Grey knocked up, and then came Tomorrow. And at the tail of the field we had Yokozuna with Black Ninja and Cogitate, who was never a chance.
It's at Caulfield where the numbers were 5, 10 and 4. Bourbon and Ice, $5.90 and $2.10. Fatherly Advice, $2.60. Temperate Pug, $1.80. In rugby union, New Zealand has drawn first blood.
I don't particularly like short odds, but I've dived into the short odds here. I think he'll win. Number 1, Century Rain, is in to $10 on the tote. Might come in a little bit more too. He's a bit shorter with bookmakers. Number 2, Yasult, is at $9.50. Number 3, Moonchase at $11. He's a bit shorter with bookies as well. No Rush is at $13. Caliph at $17. Ceto Bridge, favourite, as I speak, has just tumbled from $2.20 into $2.10. Kingstown's a scratching. Harmonic Sea is getting out now from $26 to almost $30. Big Risk is out to $9. Mountain High, TAB number 10, is at $13. Rather Regal at $17. Kudazan at $40. Rebounder is a 200 to 1 chance, and so is Tankaruka. Democrat didn't get a run. We've got a slight hold up before the start of this race because the AJC is making a special presentation to Darren Beedman, who today established a new record of passing Bill Cook's all-time record for the most winners in Sydney of 124.5. Now the half being a dead heat, of course, while Darren with a double today has gone on to 126 winners. So that's some super effort, and the AJC very fittingly decided to mark the occasion by making a presentation to Darren, and we'll just pick up Darren. I think it'd be the most appropriate thing.
Last season have given me the winners, have given me the encouragement and the support to be able to achieve this, and I thank them dearly also. And also I'd like to thank my other part of the family, on my wife's side and my father's side, for their support. And also I'd like to thank the public themselves, you people out there that really make make this a special day also to be able to be here and be a part of it and just really put the icing on the cake. I really, really thank you all for being here. Thank you very much.
That was Darren's wife, Kim, in the background there. You can see with their 3 children, a young boy and 2 young girls, all very proud of Dad, and so too is Kim. Kim made Darren made a big reference to Kim about the great support she'd been when he made his in the earlier part of his speech, and what a fine ambassador he is to racing. His mount in this race, Kingstown, was a late scratching, so that's why the AJC decided to schedule the presentation at this time. Okay, with the speech over, the horses are starting to move in. Cedo Bridge is still $2.10 on the tote. That's Tangaruka, one of the roughies that just went past there. And it won't be long. These are all old stages in this race. All good old strong welter horses. They'll all get into line. There's Kudazan. They'll be into line within a minute or two. Rodney Quinn is riding the favourite Cedo Bridge. I think in this field, Cedo Bridge shouldn't be worse than about 5th or 6th in the run. He should get into a good position. And for my sake and for those of you who backed it, I reckon he should burst clear not long after straightening. I sincerely hope he does. That's the way the script is, and that's the way I hope it works out. An old horse in this race has been specced in the betting ring, and that's Century Rain. You can see him over in the background there in the orange colours moving to the left. Century Rain will be 9 on August the 1st, but that hasn't stopped people backing him today. There he is, TOB number 1 with number 1 Saddlecloth, and well, he may have seen better days, but he still knows how to race. He still knows how to pick them up and put them down pretty quickly. And Adrian Robinson, who's got a very good record on him, has got them out today. There's Al Caliph about to join the line. They're all in. Here's our caller, Johnny Tapp.
Race 6 at Randwick, the Gregory Blacksland handicap, under starters' orders. They face well. Line looks good. This will be a start. Gates open, off, and Cedo Bridge is one of the first out. Kudazan and Century Rain began well. Harmonic Sea is one of the leaders soon after the start, followed by Rather Regal, Big Risk and No Rush, and Mountain High very deep in the run to the first corner. The riders going forward. Further back, Our Caliph, followed by Tankaruka. Isolt has dropped out last, and Rebounders in front of a couple as they come to the crossing. 1600 out, and the leader Kudazan. Mountain High goes up to second. Century Rain third. Cedo Bridge has dropped onto the fence in 4th place, followed by Rather Regal 3 deep around Harmonic Sea and Big Risk. A length away, Tankaruka wide on the outside of No Rush and Moon Chase, followed by Our Caliph. Rebounder second last, and 2 lengths away last Isolt as they go down the back. Now Mountain High kicked up and went to the lead from Kudazan in the run to the top turn. A length and a half to Century Rain third, nice and relaxed in 3rd spot on the outside of Cedo Bridge. Rather Regal 3 deep and can't get in, followed by Harmonic Sea between horses. A length away, Big Risk, and then No Rush, and out deep Tankaruka, followed by Moon Chase. Our Caliph Rebounder with Isolt last. Starting to close up as they come to the crossing at the 800 mark. The leader Mountain High. Century Rain jogging at his girth as they go over that crossing. Rather Regal third, followed by Kudazan, Cedo Bridge, Harmonic Sea. Further back, Big Risk, and then Tankaruka. No Rush got pushed back a bit, followed by Moon Chase, Our Caliph and Isolt, and dropping out last is Rebounder. 600 out as they near the turn. Mountain High, a neck on Century Rain. 2 lengths away, Kudazan on the inside of Rather Regal. Now Cedo Bridge is under a bit of pressure, about 4 lengths off the lead as they come to the turn, followed by Big Risk, Harmonic Sea, and then Moon Chase, No Rush and Our Caliph, but flattening for the run home. Century Rain on the outside and Mountain High are together coming over the rise. They're clear of Kudazan, Rather Regal, and wider out Cedo Bridge is starting to wind up now. Century Rain just the leader at the 200. Cedo Bridge has collared him. Cedo Bridge takes the lead from Century Rain, 100 out. Kudazan getting through near the fence. The others no hope, but now Cedo Bridge races clear, and Cedo Bridge goes strongly to the line to win from Century Rain. Maybe a breath on Kudazan, very close second. Then Moon Chase, Mountain High, Isolt plodded home, followed by Big Risk, Rebounder, Rather Regal, Harmonic Sea. No Rush is well back with Our Caliph and tailed off Tankaruka.
Hey, come and join us. We're going to hit it again.
What a wave. The swell comes wrapping around the point. The wave goes on and on.
Calendar in his search of a winner. Here he is right now with the latest betting on race number 7 at Randwick. Kenny.
You won't get me out in the middle of the bush to lose me, Maxie. I'm staying right here at Randwick. Okay, number 1, Red for Go at $41. Number 2, Rum Rustic at $10. Jack Attack is at $21. Number 4, Mighty Tango's in a point to 7.50. Tiny bit shorter with bookies. Diversify at $15. Yaradorf $6 into about $5.50 now. LA Yenik is a scratching. Hedge is getting out a little, but this is getting more like his price with bookies. He's at $3.10. I've backed Hedge. $10 for Polka Dot Kid, $10 for Guards Time. Bone Meters are scratching. 100 to 1 Sungent. $15 now for Sea Captain. Water goes at 40 to 1. Noble Metal is a 100 to 1 chance, and Zinders is a 100 to 1 chance. Hedge is to be ridden by Premier Jockey Darren Beedman, and he'll race in the All Cerise. That's Sea Captain the Grey going in, followed by that Chestnut in the red and blue, which is number 2, Rum Rustic. To call the action, the best in the business, John Tapp. Here he is.
Coming to race 7 at Randwick, the Ludwig Leichhardt Welter. It's over 1,400 metres, and we only wait for 2 or 3 horses to move up. And they'll be all set and ready for dispatch as anticipated. It's a reasonably wide betting race, although, as Ken pointed out, Hedge is probably carrying the bulk of public money. Darren Beedman shooting for a treble. Now, the last couple have moved up into line. Starter coming over. Been a lovely winter's day in Sydney, little or no breeze and warm sunshine. Gates open, off, and there's a pretty good start with Sea Captain going straight out the back, and Polka Dot Kid bounded out in front of What He Goes. Guards Time has been fired out of an outside gate by Grant Cooksley and is going to contest the early lead. There's Zinders scooting through into 3rd spot on settling down, followed by Jack Attack Yaradorf. Diversify 3 and 4 deep in the run to the first corner, followed by Noble Metal. Rum Rustic is getting a fair way back in the pack. Hedge is awkwardly placed around that first corner, followed by Red for Go, then Mighty Tango and Sungent, and Sea Captain last. Oh, Yaradorf's in awful trouble. Yaradorf was badly balked as they went over the crossing at the 800 mark. Guards Time, the leader, pulling a bit, led by a length and a half to Polka Dot Kid and What He Goes. Going up quickly on the outside is Noble Metal. Diversify can't get on the track. 2 lengths away, Jack Attack. Rum Rustic moving forward. Red for Go, trap very deep, followed by Zinders. Yaradorf is midfield after that check in the middle stages, followed by Hedge, Mighty Tango, Sungent and Sea Captain. Coming around the bend at the 400 mark, and Guards Time the leader. Guards Time is well clear coming over the rise from What He Goes, followed by Noble Metal and then Polka Dot Kid and Rum Rustic. Hedge is starting to work home well, but he's giving them too much start, I think. Guards Time the leader. What He Goes coming after him, wanted to hang in under pressure. Guards Time is holding them at bay as they get near home. Mighty Tango on the inside is lunging to the line, but too late, and Guards Time beat the fast finishing Mighty Tango. What He Goes will get 3rd in front of Polka Dot Kid, Rum Rustic, and then Sungent, followed by Hedge, and Yaradorf lucky to stay on his feet at the 800. Further back, Sea Captain, and then Zinders, Jack Attack, Red for Go, followed by Noble Metal, and Diversified last after a pretty tough run.
And 14 were the numbers. Guards Time $11, even $3.20. Mighty Tango $2.30, and Watigos $10.30. 3 AFL games in progress. What's
I told you first of all, Max, I'd be smiling if Cedo Bridge won, and I am smiling, but I'll be smiling a lot with a lot wider grin if Lottie can win this second leg at Caulfield. Here's the early market. Number 1, Queen of Melbourne, is a scratching. Country Lane at $9. Destry Girl at $6. Clico at $10. Now Lottie has won her only 3 starts, and she is a hot pot at 5 to 4. I've had some of my Cedo Bridge winnings on her, not all of them, mind you. Skiups at $8. Royal Cover is a 12 to 1 chance, showing at $13. Firepad at 66 to 1 is $67. Mondilby 17. Big on Toys 21. Itzippy 26, and then 3 roughies. 200 Rule by Chance, 150 Rural Lady, and 100 Universal Angel. Okay, almost all in there at Caulfield. Our caller today is Dan Mikulik, and Dan's ready for us. Here he is.
Thank you. I'm Dan Malicki, and they're just about set for the 7th. Favourite is Lottie, unbeaten in 3 runs. And she has drawn the inside. Look for the red with the black diamond, the black and white striped sleeves and the white cap. Set to go. There's the light. Race 7 at Caulfield, and they're racing now. Lottie's jumped away reasonably towards the inside. Mondellaby got out pretty well today, and it's showing early speed with Big on Toys. Also driving through on the early part of the race now to go through was Destry Girl. Rule by Choice just behind them, Ski Oops, and Lottie was able to push through to get to about 5th when they settle down. Then came Royal Cover back on the inside, wider out on the track, but towards the tail of the field now was Rural Lady. And then came Universal Angel, who goes back to near the tail, and also out wider on the track was Fire Pad. Clicko's about 5th last. Down towards the 550-metre point, Destry Girl a half a length to Ski Oops, and Lottie third on the inside, then Mondellaby. Royal Cover being ridden into the race from Big On Toys, and they were followed by It's Zippy. Wider out on the track, Fire Pad, then came Clicko, just lost a bit of ground there from Country Lane. Then Rule by Choice, Rural Lady and Universal Angel as they turn for home, a line of 3. Destry Girl immediately under a bit of pressure, joined by Ski Oops and Mondellaby. Big On Toys running on. Royal Cover needs a run, and so too does Lottie, but she got bumped around, but now she's into the clear. Down to the 200, Ski Oops got a length and a half in front. Here's Big On Toys, Lottie coming again in the centre, and Country Lane winding up. Inside the 100, Big On Toys after Ski Oops and Country Lane. Lottie late, Country Lane grabbed the lead. Country Lane has beaten Lottie and Big On Toys. Ski Oops has run 4th. Then Clicko, Mondellaby, Royal Cover, It's Zippy. Universal Angel next in from Fire Pad. Destry Girl stopped in the straight. And towards the tail we had Rule by Choice and Rural Lady.
Caulfield, at least for the winner, because there was a dead heat, as you see, for second. 2 was the winner, Country Lane, 8.90 and 2.40. A dead heat for second between 5 Lottie and 10 Big On Toys. Now there's 3 AFL.